Good morning, good morning, good morning, beautiful, blessed people of God. Happy Wednesday. Lord, I think it's Wednesday. Happy Wednesday to each and every one of you. I hope and I pray that your hearts, your minds, your bodies, your spirits, your souls are clear. I pray that they're feeling lighter and lighter in a sense of being more connected with peace. Some people carry around heavy hearts and you never know. They always say you should always be kind because you never know what someone is going through. And so you never know when someone is carrying around a heavy heart, a heavy mind, um, a heavy spirit, a heavy soul. And so I pray that the Lord will lighten that load for you on today. So happy Wednesday. I'm getting more clearer that it is Wednesday. I pray that everybody is doing well. I ran downstairs to get me some water, so I need to drink my water. Okay, and I need to take my medicine. Okay, she's getting it together. To God be the glory. She's getting it together. So, um, I'm happy to be back. Yesterday, I was unable to do the live because I had an emergency situation and I had not been to sleep. I had been up uh 24 hours. I had been up 24 hours. And so right around close to the time when it was time for me to do my live, I was like, who am I playing? Yes, I am dedicated, but who am I playing? And I was just like, yeah, no, thank you. And I hit my sheets. And once I hit my sheets, there was no alarm clock that was going to go off in an hour to get me back up to get on this live with you guys. Love you, but couldn't do it. But so yesterday was a full day for me. And surprisingly enough, I got home yesterday and I did get sleep yesterday. But you know what it's like when your sleep pattern gets off, right? When you're up for an extended amount of time and now your sleep pattern is kind of off. Like I was trying to like recoup my sleep with like increments of sleep. So I think I probably slept for like four. I went to sleep maybe 7, 8, 9, 10. I slept for 3 hours, got up, made sure everything was good, then went back to sleep for maybe about another hour and a half, then got up, had something to eat, then went back to sleep for like another hour. So it was very disjointed, but I was like pulling in little moments of sleep. And then yesterday I got home around about 8 o'clock. My intention, I gotta check the stats. My intentions, I had started watching the NBA draft. I realized that the NBA draft is best when you watch the the college ball, and so then you know some of your favorite players and you see where they go or what have you. But nonetheless, I had intended, that was my intention, was to watch that, but they go slow. OMG, they go slow with that. And I wanted to see who the Knicks had secured, but yeah, I was like, I'm not that invested. I will catch it on the replay and see what's what. Good morning, Carol. Blessings to you, Queen. Let me take this medicine while I'm thinking about it. And I kind of wish the water was cold, but it wasn't this morning. I must have pressed the wrong button on the machine and got the. And I like room temperature water. Don't get me wrong, but I really felt like I needed something cold this morning. But nonetheless, um, so I didn't get a chance to watch. I probably watched the first two or three people for the draft, and then that was it. So I'll have to catch the replays and such to see who the Knicks got. But nonetheless, I did get to bed yesterday at a decent time. It was about 9 o'clock yesterday when I got to bed, and I tell you all, my body, my body was like, "Oh, okay, she's finally back in the bed. It's finally nighttime. It's finally the norm." My body must have sucked all of that in. Like I slept so deeply. I slept so deeply last night. And I did dream, but for the life of me, I have no idea what I was dreaming. I thought I was going to remember, but I think I was just sleeping so heavily because my body and my mind, my body, my spirit, everything was just so super super tired. So I was knocked out. I was knocked out. And when the alarm clock, and I don't know if anybody experiences this, and I pray that it doesn't happen. This is not like a sign of something else. But I woke up this morning so disoriented. It was wild. When my alarm clock went off, because I was sleeping just that heavy. And so when the alarm clock went off, I'm looking at it and I'm like, why is it going off? What is it that I have to do today? Who needs me? What? Like I actually looked at the alarm clock, like the nerve of you, like why are you bothering me? Like I was sleeping so intensely. Why are you bothering me? And it took me a good couple of seconds to get like oriented. And I was like, wait a second, Lord, like I have no idea like what today is. Why do I need to be up? Like what is going on here? So I'm sitting there like, all right, Father, like help a girl out, like, talk to me. And then my mind got clear and it was like, okay, like for one, you've got work to do today. And I was like, what day is it? And it was like, it's Wednesday. Like I couldn't tell if it was like a weekend or a holiday. I didn't know what it was. And finally, I got my bearings together and I was like, oh, okay, today is Wednesday. I got to do my live. I got to go see some clients. Okay, I got stuff to do today. Yeah, 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 Carol. It was some amazing, amazing sleep. And honestly, like I'm still very, very much exhausted. But because I was off the line yesterday, I said, let me jump on the line, say good morning to you all. But I am going to end this in a little bit because a girl is still tired. So I'm like, if I can get maybe 45 minutes before I have to jump up and go and do what I need to do today, then I'm going to bless God for it because I'm just tired. But it is going to take a moment for me just to kind of like recoup my body because I'm not a spring chicken anymore. Okay, so back in the days when you're younger and your sleep pattern shifts off, you bounce back easy peasy. But in this age, it's like nah, this girl needs a second or two to kind of get herself together. But I do have a funny story. Speaking about age, perimenopause, I do have a very funny story that happened to me on yesterday. So after I got my naps in, this is my little perimenopausal story. After I got my naps in, or look, we can either blame it on Perry. I think I'll blame Perry for everything. It could just be busy brain. It could just be I have no idea what happened. But here's what happened. So yesterday was a full day for me. And so finally, when I got up and got myself together after my several naps and having ate, it was like, okay, it's time to get out. It's time to go be productive. So I get up and I'm like, okay, well, what am I going to wear today? Because the weather kind of shifted. We had a lot of rain, and so it made it just a little bit cooler. And when I was out the previous day where I was very cold. So you know when you're sitting in cold, like and your body is cold, um, you kind of like get into this defense mechanism the next day where it's like, well, no, I need to be warm today. So I was like, okay, well, what can I put on that's warmer than the day before, but I'm not going to be sitting here sweating and panting and carrying on. So I'm looking for something, and the Lord, gave me something really quick, cute to put on, and I was coordinating, right? I had my green sneakers on, my little t-shirt had a little green in it, and I had my little green jacket on just in case it got cold where I was. But anyhow, I decided to go out the house and wear these earrings. Now, once upon a time when I first got these earrings, these were like my favorite earrings. But over the years they've started to fade or whatever, but I still like them. They're still considered my favorite. Because you just kind of hook them in and you go. So yesterday, I'm like, it's always like my grand decision. Okay, what earrings are we wearing today with the outfit? And so just yesterday, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna throw my old faithfuls, my favorites on, and we're gonna rock it out. So I put my earrings on. To my intention, I put my earrings on. Nonetheless, I'm headed out. I'm doing all of these errands, and getting everything together. And I see my mother, and she's like, "You realize you got one earring on?" So in my mind, I'm thinking, "OMG, it happened again." Now, I don't know about you all, but I have had several lost earrings, and they're always my favorite pair of earrings. And silly me never throws out the remaining one. I always hold on to it. And then when I'm looking for a pair of earrings to wear, I'm sorting through and I'm like, oh, I don't have the match to this. I don't have the match to that. So I don't know why. Again, I guess like this hoarding spirit be upon me, but I ask the Lord to release me from that hoarding spirit, to let go of things that I no longer need, that no longer have use for me, because I don't know what I'm ever going to do with just one earring. So it's like, let it go and be done with it, right? But there is something that says, no, don't throw it out. And so I have all of these earrings where it's just one good one, right? And the other is either broken, it's lost, or what have you. So I've even gotten to the point when I go out somewhere, like if I'm outside somewhere hanging out, I'm dressed up, like I will walk with an extra pair of earrings because I have gotten so accustomed to going out and losing an ear. Matter of fact, it happened to me when I was in Dallas, had some cute brand new earrings that I had just bought. I'm out trying to be cute and lose one of my earrings. And I'm just like, really? So now I got to look like some old school rapper with one earring, in my ear. And so yesterday, that's what happened. I show up to where I needed to be. I got one earring in my ear, but I refuse to take it out because I'm mad. I'm like, I'm mad. I'm on protest because I'm losing too many earrings out here in the streets. And I'm like, we got to stop this. And so I just rocked one earring. I walked around and I could care less. I honestly could care less that I had one earring on and I left it on. And I was just mad because I didn't have my other earring. And so as I was leaving, I'm not really like searching hard, but I'm like, let me just retrace my steps just in case it fell out along the pathway that I was walking. But I had been so many places, in and out of so many different stores. It could have been a number of places, and I was just like, yeah, I'm not backtracking that far. But as I was making my way back to my car, I'm like, well, maybe I dropped it, on that route. It wasn't. I'm like, maybe it's in my car. Sometimes God will bless me and I'll find it in my car. Wasn't in my car. And I think that's why I hold on to the earring, because it has been on slight occasions where the earring had surfaced. Like one time, I lost the earring when I was in Pennsylvania at my brother's house, and he called me up and he was like, "I found your earring." And I was like, OMG, another pair of my favorite earrings, the one that say Queen, that I used to rock all the time. So sometimes the earring will surface and I'll find it. I think that's what keeps me holding on. And even though it sounds like I'm talking about miscellaneous earrings, that's a message right there. Just in case anybody wasn't paying close enough attention, that's a message right there where we hold on to something because somewhere deep down in our heart, we hope it's going to come back, or we'll find it again, or it'll reconnect, it'll mesh back up again. And um and I'm like, I'm too tired, Lord, to deep dive right now. But if I was talking, say, to one of my coaching clients, that would be an area that we would have to explore. Like, okay, so what is it that you're holding on to in the hopes that it's going to come back? I'm just saying. But I'm too tired to go that deep with myself today, and y'all may not be in the mood for it either, so we're gonna let it go. But pin that, because that could be a deliverance moment for you. Okay, and deliverance is the season where we're in. We need a great, how the Lord put it to me the other day, we need a great detox slash deliverance. That is a purge. So whether that's going, and for, in my mind, I'm thinking it's that season again where I've got to go through my closet and I got to put my hands on all of these clothes that I'm looking at, and I got to get rid of it. Like that yellow and white dress I said that I had that was cute. I wore it all of a good one time. But it's like, what do we, and we hold on to it, right? We hold on to it in the hopes that I'll find the perfect shoe, in the hopes that I'll be able to wear it again. And it's like, but when do you let it go? When does something has, when, when do you say something has ran its course and now it's at its finality? Is it when you lose the pair to it, when it loses, its flame? Or is it just because, nah, I'm done with it, I'm not going to deal with that anymore? So that, like I said, that's a great point of why we hold on to things. And it is a purging point. It is a a purification point that needs to be made so that we can move on freer. I don't need to keep one earring around to remind me of what was lost, because it is painful when you're looking for something to wear and then you see that perfect earring and it's like, oh, it's just one of them. I remember one time, I wore some earrings to a water park and lost one of them in the quote unquote lazy river. Lost one of my daggone earrings. And so it's like you still hold on, and I still have that earring surfacing around somewhere. And it's like, what are we doing? Right. So I have to be able to release that. I've got to be able to release that. And I get to that. I'll get to that, Lord. I'm gonna put that on my to-do list, to examine myself, to figure out why we hold on to things. Because it's not just the earrings, it's not just the clothes. There are other situations where we tend to hold on to stuff with this great hope, with this great hope. All right. Can I leave that there, Lord? Can I just leave it and move on? Okay. So let me get back to the story. So I'm walking around in protest, power to the people, with my one earring on. And Carol's like, yes, you're making a new fashion statement, right? It's a new style. You look, maybe that's what we're doing, right? So I'm walking around all day. I'm softly looking, through my path, and I'm just like, man, and I'm upset. I'm like, my favorite pair of earrings, one of my favorite pair of earrings. I'm like, ah. So I come home last night. I'm tired. I'm like, you know what? I'm getting in the bed. I take off the one earring that I had been power to the people walking around with all day. And I go and put it on my dresser. Mind you, it's dark in my room. I put it on my dresser. And lo and behold, there was the other pair. The other earring was sitting on my dresser. So whether we call it busy brain, perimenopause, I don't know what her name was, but your girl actually, I probably just got caught up in something and only put one earring in. So the second earring did not jump out my ear. It did not fall in my travels. It never made it in my ear. It never made it. And I was just like, wow, Lord. I was grateful, right? I was grateful, but I was like, how did that happen? So this morning, I'm grateful and I put both of my earrings on. But guaranteed, when I go out this house, I'm going to take these earrings off. I'm going to put something in my ear that is more secure, that will stay in place, and we won't have that drama for the day. But that was a moment, and I was like, all right, Lord, you got to get your girl all the way together, because apparently she's running ragged. Amen. Amen. Come on, Carol. Come on. Carol says your hope and faith tells you that you will find it, right? And I think that is where we hold on. So whether it's the earring, whether it's to someone in our hearts, whether it's an outfit, it reminds you of a time period, and you always feel like you have this level of hope that the moment will rise again when you will wear that dress again, when you will put that blazer on again, when you will wear those shoes again. Yeah. Thank you for typing that up, Carol, because those words are speaking to me this morning now. Hope and faith. Hope and faith. Maybe it's not a bad thing holding on to the one. I don't know, right? Right? I don't know. And I believe that's just where discernment comes in. Like, show me, Lord, what areas I need to purge and let go, and what areas you hold on. Store it in hope in your heart. What stored hope is in your heart? My God. My God. Somebody's preacher gonna take that and jump all over it. What stored hope is in your heart? The hopes that I'll find the earring again. Maybe one day I'll be in a store and they'll be selling that exact earring, and I could get it again. Now I have an extra pair just in case it falls out again, right? Just in case. Come on, right? Right? It happens. So I don't know. That's a great pondering moment. It is. That's a great pondering moment. But that was the story of what happened to my earrings on yesterday. I guess one of them said, "Nah, we ain't going." You did too much. You got too much on the to-do list today. We tired. We gonna sit right here. So I'm grateful for the one. And now that reminds me of the Bible story, right? There's a Bible story about the one. About the one. Just got to pray for discernment, for the Lord to show us which one, which to hold, which to fold, which to keep, which to throw out. We just have to trust God, right? Like Carol said, it's also about trust. So we have to trust God in every moment. But that's it. I said, let me share that little funny story to you all today. It just made, and truth be told, it makes me now appreciate these earrings all the more. because I'm like, woo, we dodged that bullet. Woo. We almost because now what if I had gotten to where I was at, saw that I realized that I had just one earring on, got mad, and just said, you know what, forget it. I'm gonna just throw it out. Because here we go again. It's reminiscent of something that has happened in the past. I've lost earrings before. Let me purge myself. Let me just get rid of it. And if I had just thrown it out, I would have missed my moment. So the Lord is not the God of confusion, right? And if anybody's hearing this and they're thinking about their own situation and you're feeling conflicted now, like you don't know whether you should throw out or you should keep, again, we've got to seek the Lord. We got to get used to exercise discernment in the matter. But that is it, you guys, because I don't want to be on here just dragging. I hope and I pray that your day goes well, that you are clear, right? And if there are any areas where you're not clear, I pray that the Lord will make it crystal clear for you today, that you will know which direction to go, which way to go, to hold, to fold, to keep, to throw out, to pack away, to never, look at these items again, or to bring it into the fold. So I pray that the Lord will make it clearer for you all, for us all on today. So you all go forward. Have a beautiful and blessed Wednesday. It is Wellness Wednesday. Do something to take care of yourself, whether it's getting a nap, staying hydrated, minding your business, throwing out some stuff, buying some new stuff, like whatever it is that you need to take care of you, do that. All right. So you all be blessed, and I will see you all tomorrow, God willing. And let's make it do what it do today. That's right. Thank you so much, Carol. She says the story is relevant and a reminder of trust, faith, and hope in our everyday life. Beautiful summary. Appreciate it. All right, you all have a blessed day. Thank you so much. Be blessed, everyone. Take care.